Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. This wobbly old thing is my Solar Explorer, that's what I've called it, because it is going to explore the sun. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to fly as close to the sun as we can, just because. I'm sure there's science to be had there, so, you know, we might as well do it, right? So I'm going to get up into Kerbin orbit. Don't need to wait for any phases or anything like that because, you know, we're on a circular orbit around the sun as far as I know. I've never noticed any ellipsis or anything, so yeah, we just need to get up and then burn for the sun. Let's see how long that takes. Basically just a big old launch stage strapped to ridiculous amounts of fuel. Oh, we got Jebediah at the controls, so nothing can go wrong, right? Alright, just coming up to an orbit. Oh, just floating past an orbit. Okay, well, we still got an absolute shitload of fuel on this thing. Yeah, basically built this launcher for something twice as heavy, so, you know. And we have all of this up here with just a single nuclear engine on. So I don't think we're going to have any trouble getting there, and coming back isn't really a problem, because I'm not transferring to another planet. So, you know, once I have an orbit around the sun, like close to the sun, my apoapse is still going to be fucking cock this up though, haven't I? Yeah, it's still going to be in Kerbin's orbital path, so holy shit. Oh god, this thing's so sluggish without... Why have I lost control here? No, it's just extremely sluggish, that's all. Come on. Spin around. Son of a bitch. Well, anyway, we're in an orbit, so... Come on, I'm trying to get it tilted up on the top of the nav ball so I can push this out while bringing that in, which is a waste of fuel really, but whatever, just burn a little bit, push that out, whatever. There we go. So what you want to do, if you want to go closer to the sun, you burn prograde on the light side of the planet. As the side of the planet facing the sun, I think. Let me just figure this out. Yep, because that means that you're going like prograde in respect to your orbit around Kerbin, but actually retrograde with respect to Kerbin's prograde. So basically you're burning in this opposite direction that Kerbin is travelling. Because as well as orbiting Kerbin, you are also orbiting the sun along the same trajectory, near enough. So, yeah, it's basically like burning retrograde on your solar orbit. Or Kerbolar orbit. My word, this takes a lot of delta V. I should have it though, quite easily. I've still got, about half a tank left here, and, but yeah, you see what I mean? Like, my orbit is still going to be intersecting Kerbin's. Can I not have all this stuff written everywhere? There we go. Ah, never mind. So I want to know how low I can go here. I mean, the sun has an atmosphere. It is a sun, after all. So I'm very interested to see exactly how close I can get. Wow. 5,000 meters a second delta V. It's just coming down, that's all it is. Right, 5,500. It says it's going to be a 5-minute burn, and that's with a mainsail. Holy shit. Let's see, I'm still in the millions of meters here. I really don't know how close you can get, because that looks to be inside the sun there, doesn't it? So I'm gonna pop that out to about there. I think that's going to be pretty fucking close, don't you? So yeah, about 5,000 meters a second. I won't make you watch the entire burn, because it'll take forever. Alright, it's taken a while to do this. As you can see, I have physics warp on. It is relatively safe to do so if you've just got a kind of small craft. And yeah, I've ditched a couple of fuel tanks. It's taken that much fuel. Yeah, just bringing this down. I don't know, I did just have a sneaky look at the wiki. And apparently you can get down to basically like a kilometer above the surface before you explode. So yeah, I needn't worry about this kind of disappearing inside the corona. At least on the map view. I think it might just look differently when you actually get there. So, yeah. But yeah, the physics warp, because this is a nuclear engine, it's relatively low powered, and I had 5 of these massive tanks of fuel. Yeah, it cut an hour-long burn down to about 15 minutes. So, you know, it's well worth using. That maneuver node that I set up, I couldn't complete it. I had to just... Yeah, I just used the mainsail to get out of Kerbin's influence, and then, you know, just wait until I was at Apoapse and just started burning. Retrograde. It's probably the best way of doing this, to be honest. Well, the best way of doing it is probably to go down to Periapse when it's... yeah, go down to Periapse and push the Apoapse out, so that it's even further out and takes less energy to bring the Periapse down. I think, anyway. That would make sense, but, right, I thought this was nearly down to a height that I would like, but it is taking a while still, so I'll just see you when we're hanging in space above the big burning ball of gas. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Burn with me! Wow, we are pretty close. This is not the closest that we're gonna get. Check our orbital velocity. 36 kilometers per second. Relative to the sun, anyway. So yeah, we've got a little way to come down. I do have a Periapse in there somewhere. There it is. I can't see anything. Okay. So it shouldn't take long to get there, because we are going ludicrous speed. Alright, come on. Whoop. Oh my god. Yeah, you can see the sunspots from down here. It's extremely cool. Look at that. So, I got the Periapse down to 30 something, 34 kilometers. That is basically melt into a little puddle distances. Holy crap. Holy shit. Alright. Let's get some science done then. Surely we're close here. Crew report while in space near the sun. You record the crew's assessment of the situation, which is probably, oh fuck, we're right next to the sun! So, yeah, we'll keep that. 55 science bits. So, that's nice. Let's get an EVA report. You're a bit warm there, Jeb. 88 science. Nice. Ah, it's a shame we can't get a surface sample. Or plant a flag. There is technically a surface down there, but it's not really something that you can land on. It's a bit like Jool, you know, there's a surface. You can see these sunspots are kind of craters. So, I guess those are parts where there are an extremely dense pocket of heavy materials, perhaps. Little pockets of metals that are slightly cooler than the rest. Who knows? I don't know. And we are going at 89 kilometers per second. Wow. Okay. Right, I've got a materials bay as well, haven't I? The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. Alright, I've seen that one before. 275 points of science. Wow. All I had to do was fire Jebediah into the sun. 110. I've got 2 of those. I might as well use them. Very good. Okay. That was just like the most pointless mission ever, but we got some science from it. So we might as well bring him home. And if we set Kerbin as the target, which I already have. What? Okay. Yeah, but see, it is showing our closest approach. Obviously, that's not very close, but yeah, so we're still intersecting the plane. So it's going to take a while to get this return sorted out, so I'll probably just cut all that out. Yes, it took quite a long time to get back over here. Probably longer than it took to get to the sun, to be honest. Mostly because you can't fast forward when you're very close to the sun. Yes, it doesn't let you. 125 kilometers above the surface I have that at. That's just gonna whip right up into the depths of space, isn't it? We're so much further away than it says. No? What does it say? 200 kilometers. Okay. Nope, didn't want the moon. Wanted Kerbin. There we go. So I'm not going to aero capture for a change because I always mess it up basically. Let's see how much fuel it takes to get into a stable orbit. Somewhat circular orbit. 2,793 meters per second. Well, I probably have that much fuel, to be fair. Yeah, I spent, I don't know, a good 5 or 6,000 getting back here. This is a very, very efficient engine, so I'm going to do that off camera, because I want to land at the space center. I don't want to land just about anywhere. Okay, making the final adjustments to the orbits, and I still have oodles of fuel left. I could probably do a pass by the moon if I wanted to. I don't really fancy it. I don't have much reason to go to the moon right now. So I'm going to pull this apoapse down, and then it looks like it's going to be daylight over the space center by the time I finally land as well, which is nice. Because, yeah, at this sort of altitude, my orbital period is going to be, what, about 40 minutes? Something like that? I don't know. I forget these things. MacJeb used to tell me, but to know more, I could reinstall it, to be honest. It is actually interwoven into the science trees of 0.22, so I could actually do that, but, yeah, no, I always forget. Right, where's that now? Okay, let's gotta remember the planet turns. I always forget that. So if I pull that down to about there, yep, and I guess it's gotta come south a little bit as well. So about there. I don't know. I'm terrible at landing maneuvers. I don't know, it looks a little bit shallow. It looks like I might land in the sea somewhere over there. But, I'll quick save and give it a try, I guess. Where is the maneuver node? There it is. Yep, stay still. Okay, let's get around to it and not fast forward past it. I can't do it this time, which is nice. Because it won't let me go too fast. Because, yeah, I did just go, like, ridiculous speed right past the maneuver node I set up to get into a stable orbit, which is a bit silly, but never mind. So, yeah, we got quite a decent thrust-to-weight ratio now because we've emptied out most of our fuel, so this is only going to take about 10 seconds, which is nice. Okay, watch that come down. And yep, I'm gonna say about there. I could actually just quick save again here, because like I said, I have rather a lot of fuel left. I mean, it looks nearly empty, but in all realism that is actually quite a lot with this engine. I don't know, it doesn't look promising, does it? It's definitely a bit north. I could probably just start burning south now and see what happens. Come on. Alright, let's get SAS on. There we go. Just burn full throttle south. Yep, that is pulling that towards me as well, which is not great. Let's go this way a little bit. Yep, that's looking a bit better. That is going right over the space center. Okay, let's get on down there. Because we have the quick save, I'll detach that, lower the landing gear. Only got 3 of them coming down on parachute power, so that should be enough. Whee! Jebediah looks so happy. Oh, that's his view. Just the sun and his engines flying away. Oh, you can see the moon disappearing over the horizon there as well. Oh, blimey. That is screeching down, isn't it? Are we gonna land in the sea? Yep. Fuck. Alright, let's quick load. Nah, I can't be bothered actually. I'm impatient today. I want to go and get a cup of tea and do interesting things. I'm just kidding, I don't have any interesting things to do. So, at least we're landing at sea level, because it's the sea, so I can see when the parachute's going to deploy. And around about now, so slow down. Whoosh! 5 meters a second. I've landed in the sea before at that speed, so I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. Is it midday? Is the sun right above us? Yes, it is. I'm gonna get a tan, Jebediah. You're gonna turn tree green, I guess, rather than this sort of minty green that he is. I don't know, I'm not at all colourblind. I have plenty of tests, but I do have difficulty with colour names. Like, every single different shade has a name. How do you remember all these? Anyway, let's check out how much science I got. I had about... No, I can't remember how much I left. But 608.9 I have brought back, recovered from that vessel. Crew report while near the sun, EVA near the sun, mystery goo and material study near the sun, and recovery of vessel returned from orbit around the sun. And there you go. So, as well as the mundane science to be gathered on Kerbin, you can indeed go on a foolhardy mission to the outer corona of the sun to collect science data. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.